Alright everybody, it's Alex again, and we're going to go ahead and do a recap of Firebone Hot Dog. Just picked him up, and he's looking pretty solid. So his stats, we've already checked them all out, and you can see him on the page right here. Firebone Hot Dog, he's fire, and level 1, he's going to be sticking with a pretty low life count. His speed is very average, 43 is the average, I'm pretty sure, or close to it. A little bit higher probably. Armor is very low, and his critical hit is very high, or relatively high. Elemental being the same. Now, he's got his attacks upgrades. He's already been upgraded a couple times. He's got this fire bark right here. And initially, it doesn't pierce anything. However, you can get the Pyro Piercer upgrade right here, and that will go through multiple enemies. His wall of fire will continue all the way out. It's a V-shaped. It's not like the picture suggests right up here. It's a V-shaped rather than kind of a circular one. Like if you remember Blast Zone. His wall of fire, he's got a wall of more fire upgrade, which gives it a slight boost in attack, but it's I would say it's not a super attack per se. The big thing is he's got this Comet Slam. Comet Slam is alright on the ground, but it has a charge up where he is invulnerable during that 1.63 seconds or 1.5 seconds. He's invulnerable to any attacks. We just proved that against Jetvac, who you'll see in a moment. His upgrades include a whole wall of fire thing where it's just all about the wall of fire. So if you're a big fan of that wall of fire, that might be the one for you. This is more of a combo route, and they do more. They'll do more damage with the bark bombs, and then also the holding Y hot dog will shoot out some fireballs. So that could be a pretty amazing deal right there, where you're invulnerable and dealing a whole bunch of damage all at once. I mean, you're only invulnerable for a short amount of time, and there's a small lead time in between when you can do them, but if you kind of ride that edge and just keep using it, it's probably a pretty solid game strategy. Alright, if you want to see some of his attacks, what they look like, so his fireball, like these have the piercing upgrade, so every time he shoots two, one of them shows up from his tail. It's just like, oh, it doesn't, and if it's not anything to shoot at, it will just zoom. Well, it had previously zoomed up in the air. That might just be a Woodburrow thing, though. So that's his fire bark. So that's his wall of fire right there, and it will run into things and just sit there and burn. If you know, as you can see, it's like on the wall, like just doing that. So just could be viable to just kind of, depending on your area damage, using it, or not area damage, but using it kind of tactically to box someone in. Like I said, it makes that V, and holding it up. Ooh, I actually didn't charge up. I don't know if that does anything. I don't think that does anything. I can't tell what it is because it's all bright. I think it only deals 48. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it only deals 48. So I don't know why you'd want to do that. There could be a reason, but I haven't been able to discover one. I guess it would just be protecting yourself from incoming enemies, because they'd have to like sit there and get like flamed out for a while. I mean, you can only be attacked from the back for a while, and you can hold it for a pretty solid amount of time. Just sticking back there, you can't attack me, or you can, but you gotta do it from the back. So could be a viable strategy. I think that's what that entails right there. Kind of, you can't do any damage to him without taking a massive beating. So if you're right up next to this like this and dealing the wall of fire, he's taking 48, 48, 48, 48. Doom. That's probably around 100 damage per second, whereas whatever you're dealing is better be more than that, and there aren't too many that deal over that 100 damage per second threshold on a melee. course, then you can always do a comment, get a little bit invulnerable for a couple seconds and deal some damage. So that could be some viable type ways that you use Firebone Hot Dog. And that's it for this recap. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. And we're going to go ahead and move on to Turbo Jetpack for right now. And look forward to seeing you again in Skylander.